Hey guys, Cayman Ellis here with AOES LLC. AOES stands for Alpha Omega Energy Solutions. Alpha Omega from beginning to end, from machine to worker. We are all about improving construction safety and productivity one connection at a time. AOES was founded by Brad Pierman, who worked on large job sites such as Plant Vogel as a welding foreman, managing up to 50 welders. At his time at Plant Vogel, he realized significant hazards relating to the welding connections, as well as productivity inefficiencies that were driving his crew nuts. Welding connections, this is a Lenco LC40, they all go together, these cam locks, with a quarter twist. Because they go together with a quarter twist, they also come apart with a quarter twist. When welding connections, even partial separation, you get arc outs, you get fires, you get explosions, you get poor conductivity. And if this is going vertical and it comes undone, you now have falling objects. So there's a lot of safety hazards related to these welding connections that go together with just a quarter twist. Furthermore, on the large job sites like Plant Vogel, where you have day shift, night shift, 1,200 welders, unauthorized lead movement, unauthorized tool movement was a big productivity problem. Day shift would come in, they'd work their shift, they'd have all their tools set up where they need to work the next day when they come back to work. Night shift would come in, and rather than rerunning all new leads from the machines, they would simply disconnect day shifts and run their own. So when day shift got back to work, they'd have to go find their tools. So our first product, the lead lock, was spawned from that unauthorized tool movement and the safety hazards related to these welding connections. This is lead lock. Lead lock was our first product. Lead lock is designed to enclose welding connections. Once they're enclosed, you can open up our lock case, and we have a lock that fits in that only the worker or the manager would have the combination to prevent unauthorized tool movement. Furthermore, inside this clamshell, the welding connectors can't come apart. So it eliminates the fires, the explosions, the arc outs, the poor conductivity, the falling objects by just using lead lock. Now with lead lock securing the connections along the line, we moved into machine lock. We wanted to secure the connection at the machine. So machine lock was designed to put your terminal connector in here and it locks it at the machine. So we're locking it at the machine all the way to the worker's hands. Now after lead lock, AOES is all about continuing to develop innovating products. We moved into welding connectors. Welding connectors haven't changed since World War II. Our new connector has a proprietary locking lever that upon switching it, you can disconnect your lead. So simply put it back together, you just push and twist and it automatically locks. This connector cannot come apart without human intervention. Furthermore, the factories that we have that are making this product, our own factories, we do all of our own tooling and engineering. We're holding a better tolerance than the competitors' products, a tighter fit, a better connection. And the safety aspects of a connection that can't come apart without human intervention eliminates many of the hazards experienced with normal welding connections. Furthermore, with our conversations with OSHA and MSHA, welding regulations are coming. Having live female leads on a job site, previously, just because they're recessed used to be allowable. This is changing. The industry is changing. This is unsafe on a job site when it is live. So after finishing development here, we moved into our new flagship product. This is the AO connector with a safety cap. When you disengage it, same way with this proprietary locking lever, simply pull the switch, disconnect, and the cap automatically shuts. To put it back in, simply fold the cap up, push, automatically locks. Now, without human intervention, these connections can't come apart, and when you do take them apart, they automatically seal off the live female. No more live connections for a worker, a cleaner to come in and clean the connection, accidentally get electrocuted, for this to be thrown over the scaffolding and start arcing out on scaffolding or plant material or critical infrastructure. We're eliminating all of that with this simple proprietary safety cap. Again, flip it up, put your connection in, and lock it. Simple as that. Now the beauty of these connectors, this female is compatible with all the welding connectors on the market today, all the cam lock connectors, your Tweco, your Lenco, your Radner, all of those. This female will fit their males. Furthermore, our proprietary locking male will fit all of their females. So these welding connections we believe are going to change the industry. It is a safer and more productive welding connector. It's a better connector. When we finished our welding line, we moved into electrical because there's a lot of electrical hazards out there too. We have heard stories of cleaners coming in and cleaning the inside of 480 volt connections. Not only that, a welder's welding and he's got big 480 cables in his way. What does he do? He doesn't call the electrician. He disconnects the 480 volt connection, does his weld, and puts it back together. An unqualified worker doing that job can lead to serious hazards and death. And we have so many accident reports that break our hearts to see that these 480 volt connections coming disconnected have caused death. So we moved into our electrical line of products and came out with our 480 lock. 480 lock is super simple. It's got a lock, it's a clamshell. It goes around those 480 volt, 600 volt connections, securing them so only the authorized worker, the electrician, has access. We also have an air hose connector, a 220 blade lock connector. We have a connector for generator, a lock for generator connectors. We are all about improving construction safety and productivity one connection at a time. Our welding connectors, we have 4 versions of the welding connector. We have our standard AO2 PLC, which is your standard connector. We have the 2PLC FC, which is our standard connector with flip cap. Then we have the heavy duty connectors, the 4 PLCs, the HDs, and we have the 4 PLC HDs with the flip cap. Paired with lead lock and machine lock, job sites have never been safer.